speak out when you see injustice around you? And do you have the courage to stand up and fight it too? Would you put your life on the line for a better land? And would you fight for a principle? Would you take a stand? Someone asked me not long ago, how far would I go? And if I think I have the courage to be a hero, I say, I'll do it for my country. I'll do it for SPG. I'll make any sacrifice once you call me. Yes, I'll do it for my nation without hesitation. Just tell me where and what, and I'll be on the spot. You know what? Because I love my country back. She is my boy. I love my country back. I'll answer when she calls. No one can dissuade me. No one can discourage me. No matter how hard I do what she asks, 'cause this is me.
The time in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is 9 minutes 30 seconds after 8. It's February 20th, 2024. It's a Tuesday, and tonight's program is coming to you compliments Baz's Bar. It's downstage the Cobblestone at Villa in Villa and also in Musty. And lots of people anticipating tonight's program. Yes, my guest is here, and I have my questions all figured out and my thoughts, something like that. So we're going to have a discussion from now until 9 o'clock. And after 9 o'clock, we will be able to have a conversation with my guests. Good evening, Patrice.
Yeah, Kingsley.
Come close to me,
Yeah. Okay, and I appreciate the fact that you invited me to the program, and I hope we have a good enlightening and entertaining program today. And I listen to you from time to time.
Well, I don't expect anything less.
So, folks out there, let's hope that we can have a good program and that we can learn from each other when you all decide to call.
Yeah. Let me put in a disclaimer. Let me tell you something. To get a guest to come on this program here is like pulling teeth, right? And whenever we have a guest, we if you want to bash a guest, I will do that. And come out, not you. If you want any patches, you can switch on the radio station, okay? But we encourage you to continue to listen. You don't have to agree with him. You could challenge him. That's why you come here. You could challenge him at any point you want. He's ready to that. You can challenge him, okay? But keep it respectful. So, but then, I want to start this in a way. How would you like to be described? Because you are a singer, you are a culture man, you are a roots man, you are some kind of activist, I don't know, political activist. How would you like to be described? You? Come close to the mic, don't forget.
That's a great question. Really and truly, I am. My character or characteristics was built primarily on people I admire most. And some of the people I admire mostly are people like Malcolm X, Ebenezer Joshua, I admire him a lot.
Yes.
Marcus Garvey, Kwame Nkrumah. These are some of the people I admire greatly because of the contribution they've made. Me being a black man, you can't keep that away.
Yes.
Me being a black man, I understood what these guys stood for in the face of bias, in the face of apartheid, in the face of the oppression that our people were subjugated to. I wish I could have done a little bit of the things that these people do. In the musical field, I do admire some of the people I consider to be the greatest entertainers man has ever seen so far at this point. And some of those people are starting to be the man before Singer Francisco.
Yes.
That man is such a, he's a unique human being. Sparrow is one of the greatest performers. Then there's Frankie McIntosh, who is a person and a friend of mine. I don't make him friend of my friend. I know Frankie is my friend.
Yes.
Like, you know, guys, Frankie was all my friend. I go to New York City. I
remember yeah, party with Frankie. When Beckett played song like My Monkey, I was there. And she took me to the studio, Frankie took me. No, seriously, Frankie, I have to talk a little bit about Frankie. Frankie told me in Manhattan. I ain't no drummer, but Frankie said, well, Robert is Tommy Robert. He said, you had to make some money with me too. Frankie would be able to play the drum with him. I'm talking about years ago, 20-something years ago. And Frankie is another great man. And then there's Otis Redding and Sam Cooke and those guys. Oh, I love those guys. James Brown. I love Aretha Franklin. I think she's one of the greatest vocalists that this planet has ever seen. I do love people like Aretha Franklin. And right here at home, I do have a great admiration for people like Vibrating Skates. I do love my brother Ika. I do love CP. She was a great performer. Here in St. Vincent, the Grenadines. Joy, she was a member of our tent when she first got involved. Princess Monique first came to Joyce, he brought her, and she came and joined our tent and stuff like that. And I've performed in many places. I've been to Holland, I worked there, I stayed there, I lived there, I performed in New York City, I perform at this place in New York City. I work on a couple of tourist boats, primarily music. All we do is play music, eat, sleep, go shore when we touch the ports. Whether it's Miami, Dominica, St. Thomas, St. Croix, Martinique, wherever. We used to come down to Barbados and stuff like that.
Someone sent a text and they asking me if you deliberately you just forgot. What's your thought on the Calypso Mona Empress, Fire Empress?
If I forgot?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
You probably just mentioned people that were like
No, I mentioned the people that I admire mostly. I mentioned Joyce, I mentioned Princess Monique. Fire Empress is a fantastic performer. I have great admiration for her. But I'm just saying what is my preference. Fire Empress, I admire Fire Empress. She has dual talent in terms of she could sing these up-tempo thing we call soca, and she's a great Calypsonian. So Fire Empress is there. She's a great performer. And the young and upcoming, those people whoever mentioned that, they probably have a great lot of admiration and love for Fire Empress, and they think I should mention her. But I mentioned those that came to mind that I was associated and affiliated with. Joy, she was in my tent. So was Princess Monique. She was also in my tent. So I mentioned them, you know. So it's not anything against Fire Empress. It's a great performance, stuff like that. You know, and like I say, I performed the same Basil you mentioned when the first Blues Festival came. Basil hired a plane. I used to play with Exodus. We used to play at Basil's bar down in where's the place name? Mustique. With Exodus. And he hired a plane, me, Razam, Bitty. I think Bert went down on that plane for the very first Blues Festival down there. And some years later, I got the opportunity, because I do sing blues, rock and roll, boogie woogie. I do that also.
For Denzel back for those guys.
Yeah, but I perform with Percy Sledge right here in St. Vincent. I perform with not Burning Flame. How do you call that band? The guy just died the other day. What's his name? I'm getting old. Anyway, Third World. I perform with Third World. I perform with Eric Donaldson. I perform in Grenada with a Jamo and Scala and those guys, Inspector.
But here's up to the patches. I saw a familiar face out at the airport some time ago. Was it his name? Lionel Richie?
Lionel Richie. I saw something on the Facebook.
I actually see him standing there. He was coming off a private plane going down to this fancy ETC parking out there.
Yeah, he's a great artist. I admire him too, but I just, laid out my preference. Everybody has preference. Just like in the politics, if you're going to ask me political questions, I have my preference, and
that is coming to you. That's a part of the program.
And it's not about personal thing whether people accept it or not. It's just my philosophy is what I would like to see. And for instance, I remember, I don't want to jump ahead, but I remember,
you go ahead, man.
I remember in 2000, the youngsters who were trained to walk on the stilt, about 12 of them were earmarked to go to New York City.
We're talking about Baba?
The Baba, yeah. Because I went to St. Thomas to perform. Dalpin took me to St. Thomas. I performed with Iowa George and Chuck Dust and those fellas in the Calypso arena. And then they had these Baba dancers that we had up here extinct in St. Vincent. I remember when I was growing up, they had the Baba dancers up here. They used Mokojambi, they call them.
Yeah.
And when I saw these youngsters and stuff on these stills, I was inspired. I came back. John Horn was the Minister of Culture, and he was kind of cool. So I mentioned it to him, and right away he took it up and he said, let's do it. So I used to go to Trinidad every year for Carnival, and I went down in Waterhole, Cocorito, where I used to live because I grew up some of my life in Trinidad. And I was introduced to a fella named Dragon, and he showed me how to build these things. I'm a carpenter, and I couldn't walk on the stick and all that, but he showed me. So I came up and I recruited some young people, and we started with that, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a whole lot of things that I see that could have happened because those young fellas and young girls would have been in New York City. Some of them would have stayed off because I've seen Grenada, Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaican young people who were, some of them were citizens, some of them had a green card because they went up there with a contingent of stilt walkers, and they managed to stay there and they get the papers and stuff. And that might have happened to some of us. But when the government changed, all of that went through the door and stuff like that. Today we could only find 2 or 3 barber dancers because there's no incentive. Kingsley, those youngsters used to work at Fort, they used to work at the cruise ship berth, they used to work at Gardens, private party, Young Island and stuff. When the government changed, everything changed. The kids ain't get no work. They used to be able to buy school book, food, pay bills and stuff. All of that broke down. Right now, only about 3 of them. I remember Snag and me were friends. Snag took a contingent of 20-something of us down to Union. Cecil Ryan was a bad. Cecil used to help manage my band. Cecil Ryan.
Yeah, Cecil Ryan from WFM Sunday.
Yeah, Cecil. Me and Cecil go way back.
Yeah.
Project Promotion. I used to be in Cecil office regular, but you know, we part always for different reasons. Anyway, I went down, Snag, you know, tell me he wanted to raise some funds for some whatever it is. So we went down, they hired a boat, we went down and we performed. We had 18 barber dancers, 18, all sizes, all ages and stuff like that. And they were going great guns. During Carnival time, children Carnival, the youngsters would lead the parade when they come out of the park.
Yeah.
Some in the front, some in the back. The various performers, whether it's soca or calypso, they would employ these young people to perform with them on stage. They even work with me in some of the finals when I made the finals. And CDC themselves used to employ them. All that went through the door. So the young people, although some of them has grown up, the young people lost the interest, you know, in stuff like that. I remember I used to work with a man named Jackson. You remember Jackson? We used to call him Big Belly Jackson. He used to walk on bottle, and he used to do limbo, etc. And so we were in the process of getting that done. And things just went awry, and stuff like that annoys me. The preference that we're getting in terms of people with talent in St. Vincent the Grenadines are being stifled. There's some great talented people in this country from all different areas, but they're pushed aside. We can't make it like that. We need to be clean, fair, and patriotic, and we need to give Jack his jacket, but that ain't happening. Those are some of the growls I have with what's happening in this country.
Some people will say that you're a singer. You sing all sorts of genre of music. Most of your calypsos, you compose them yourself?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
With the exception of some, there was a friend of mine, I glad you mentioned, Josiah Bob from out Calico.
Yeah.
Josiah Bob had 2 books of poems, and me and he became friends. He fancied himself a comedian. He used to be in stage.
I remember him.
And I recorded some of the songs he did. One of the first songs my band, Prerogative, I had several bands, did was a song that we give to Bomani to do. It's about Christmas. That time Bomani, we used to call Bomani Randy and Charles, and he performed that. That was a song from my friend Josiah, and I missed him. As a matter of fact, they invited me to do the eulogy at his funeral. That's the first time I've did a eulogy for anybody, and I miss him because he was a prolific writer, and he was a good friend, and as we say in local parlance, he was jokey-fy. And I missed him. So, but the songs I perform mostly in the calypso arena for competition, I write them, and I don't plan. I just look around. Like right now, idea came to me to write a song that I know plenty of people will tell me, "Hey, you're pulling down the country," but if it's a fact, it's a fact.
Here's something. When I actually fall in love with you as an artist, I went to the park and I see this white fowl moving. I wanted to even junk him. What is that?
You
remember
know
that
who
song?
put that foul on the stage?
No, tell me.
A man named Sister Ryan. Sister Ryan bring that foul and put on the... I'm telling you.
Yes. That's a good combination.
Foul and put on the stage.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he was that close.
Okay.
Sister used to be around my tent.
Up and on the foul move yet?
No, you know what happened? The night I missed the foul,
Yeah.
the next morning I understand a couple of the boys in the area say, Patches boy, that foul like tough.
Yeah.
They killed the foul and he's the foul.
That was one of the performance that you did that stand out to me, boy. So look at that. That first study for the whole night.
But now you raise that,
Yeah.
It's ironic that come up because to show you how this country is so biased. Now, the New Democratic Party bias is in Carnival. I know that. Anybody who knows what's going on know that. And the New Democratic Party was in governance that time.
Yes.
But the judges, because they figure I had a penchant for supporting the government, although I sing many songs on NDP, I call Mitchell Nancy and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
I sing about John Horn. Next day I could go by John Horn office, me and he sit down and talk because he loved me as a friend.
Yeah.
And he knew when I sing song, I go lock you up, Horn, if all and do all this. I sing everything. And I like people like that.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making here is 10 of us sang for the finals. But the people who were judging were so biased. Although that song was not a political song.
Yeah.
Leave Me, Let Me Survive.
That was a powerful song.
Yeah. You know what happened? When they're calling out now the positions, they say in position number 11, can we sing, in position number 11, Robert Patches Nice. They put me even lower. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And it has some judges who people came and tell me, play. Once I judge and Patches Nights can't win nothing. I know that.
Yeah.
But I sing primarily for my fans.
Yeah.
And it's a platform for me to express myself.
But you've been quite consistent over the years. One that didn't renovate too well with the ULP is Ring the Bell, but that was popular. How you come up with that particular idea? You were thinking politics?
Well, I came up with it because of what I see happening in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Because I live in the city. I live all my life in the city that we call Kingston. And people would treat me like I'm a politician because I was once the chairman of West Kingston Constituency Division of Daniel Cummins, who befriended me.
Yes.
I was in the United States after John Horn lost to Rennie Batiste. And when I came back, sometime after the general election, when ULP won the first election, somebody sent a message and say, a man wanted to see a name Daniel Cummins. But before that, there was a man, Denny.
Yeah.
He used to be in the cadet.
Yeah, I know that.
He befriended me and he told me interested in running. Then he was going cool.
I remember that.
So
he showed interest.
Daniel Cummins sent a message and say, because I was active in the community, putting on little beauty shows and stuff like that, and they had the bobber dancers.
Yeah.
I had my banner. I used to do little blocko, get all the people in the community to make bakes, chicken and fries and stuff like that.
Yes.
Ask permission from Tongue Board, block the street off, and ask everybody who could make something to make it and make $1. No charge. Bring my band out 9 steps. Or run by the laundry and play, and bring people into the community.
For listeners, when you say by laundry, you're talking about Jim Lockett Laundry, okay?
Yeah, we used to do that. So I told Mr. Denny, I said, Mr. Denny, a man named Daniel Cummins sent a message, and I think he wants to come up against you for the rights to represent the New Democratic Party in West Kingston. Mr. Denny, he didn't like that. So he treated me cold.
Yes.
That's how I came up with supporting Daniel Cummins. Daniel Cummins came, we talked. Yes. He asked me what I'd like to see in the community, explained to him certain things and stuff like that. And we got along very good up to today. And let me let it be known unequivocally that my family, most of them live overseas. My son is in England. My oldest son, my daughter and son, middle, they live in America. I have 9 grandkids. I have 1 daughter here with 1 son. Every grandchild I have was born outside of St. Vincent. 4 of them born in England, all the rest born in America. I have a son who has a mental problem. Everybody know Bundu.
Yes, you're right.
I'm saying this to say, all the talk they talk about Daniel Cummins with his laugh. No Christmas could come when I'm in St. Vincent where Daniel Cummins do not invite a man named Robert Patches Knights to his home to share whatever he have for Christmas along with his wife and his family. That's how close we are. If I go out of this country, Daniel Cummins would make it his business to call Patches, how you going? Everything. He treats me like a brother. You know what I'm saying?
That's your body.
Yeah, and he was never a minister of government as such to say that he's doing something special for me. I think any politician, including my brother Daniel Cummins, if they're in office tomorrow, could say, Patches, we want to give you an area to clean up there. You get some people and we won't pay you so, like it does. Give people who don't have the skills a back wall to build. I know that happened. A back wall. Me have no skills, but I hire the skilled people, pay them a little money. I don't like them things. Me ain't no mason, no carpenter. I don't want that. You understand? I want better for our country. So I just want people to understand that my association with Daniel Cummins is not nothing personal. It's just that I could put my ideas over to him. Sometimes Daniel Cummins come and say, Patch, we're going in Parliament. You have anything that you figure that we have in the community that I should highlight? You must respect them kind of thing. Because you don't have to do that. And he does that with other residents. I ask them what's going on, what you want me to say, how you want me to represent you. I'm mixing up everything, but I just want people to know that me involved in politics is not for the personal thing. Because I want it to be known too that a man named Ashley Gonsalves, the brother of Ralph Gonsalves, who's the Prime Minister now, was my personal friend. I spent Christmas, I spent all the holidays out there sitting down on a bag of sugar in Miss Gonsalves' shop in Connery. Me, Oscar James, and Ashley Gonsalves.
It's a one called Broads.
Broads. I was just going to mention Broads with the big boss. You know how much time I ride on that big boss for Broads to go Connery?
That one was my father's personal friend.
Yeah, Broads. So I'm saying that to say, okay, I knew Ralph Gonsalves for many years, and he approached me several times.
So people who used to read my articles, when I put you in the category of the Ralph haters, you're not really a Ralph hater.
I just laugh. I know it's a joke. Like the disclaimer you made, Kingsley, those who already know me know. My back is like a duck back. What you gonna tell me? I ain't no thief, I ain't no crook, I have no criminal intention, I have no funny thing going on. What you gonna do to me?
So you're not a Ralph hater.
How come no? How can I beg? I don't have to justify that.
You just have an obsession with him.
No, I don't like the way he do things.
Oh,
That's it. That's what about Ralph.
So you don't like him politically?
Politically, that's it. And there are personal things that I wouldn't go into.
Yeah, well, leave
that. There are personal things that I wouldn't go into.
That's for another time.
Yeah, they're personal. But the thing about Ralph hater, so if you disagree or you oppose a politician, that means, well, if that's the case, then Ralph hate me too.
I don't think so.
You don't say you think so? But I could tell you a story, but that's for another time. Because when he called people internet crazies and stuff like that, it simply means that you could interpret that as Ralph haters. No, no Ralph haters. Just people want to use that to shut you up.
Yeah, but let me some people say, you are a political activist. Is it fair to say that you're a political activist?
Of course.
Okay. When they see you associated yourself with the NDP, they will say that Kingsley Patches is an oppositionist. Patches, when you spend time with people like Adrian and King Lucer, King Bigger Biggs, and them cry baby people like Dove Howard, do you feel that you're being treated with contempt?
It doesn't matter. I believe I'm on the right track, and I believe history will absolve people like myself, because I'm not being involved in political activity to get no work to build no wall and to cut no road. I am doing what I'm doing because I believe better could be done for the young people all across the country. You know what I'm saying? That is my desire to see. I believe young people and other people are not being treated fairly in this country because of the political coloration. This is how it is. I've traveled across West Kingston and other places with the same man, Daniel Cummins. They could put up 100 stickers with stars and say, it doesn't matter. We go in your yard.
I know that for sure with that. Yeah.
Some people cuss me.
He brave.
Yeah. Brave. And I'm saying that to say, let me just get a little scenario here. when things are being shared during election, I remember people come to Mr. Cummins, I get some plywood, I have no transportation. Daniel Cummins put your hand in the pocket. A woman come with some steel. Listen, I know you sell them steel. Mr. Cummins, I could leave them steel here by your office until I get somebody to buy them.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
People would come in our office in the day with an NDP shirt. And the night when ULP have a they have on the red shirt. Oh, we see them. So to me, it's not about hatred. It's about people using psychology to get you to shut up. If you call me a hater, I don't want to be looked upon as a hater. So I'm going to tone down, no, it ain't going to work with me. Waste of time.
Yeah. But your party is in opposition for 23, 22 years now. Are you weary as an oppositionist?
No, I have faith in people's...
You have faith in
people's
Dr.
intelligence.
Dr. Friday have hope. That ain't carrying out anyway, you know.
When you say Dr. Friday, is to me, Dr. Friday is another Vincentian who is vying to be the prime minister of this country. And like, if people are fair-minded, people would understand that if Dr. Friday becomes the prime minister tomorrow and he's doing things that is not in keeping with my philosophy.
You call him out?
Of course he'll be called out.
Yeah.
I ain't tell you already, I sing song and I have a song named, St. Vincent, where are you going to?
Yeah.
Where are you going to? And I talk about Mr. Mitchell being in the vein of a massa, trying to be a massa because of something he did.
Yeah.
It didn't mean that because I say that, I hated Mitchell. Nobody treated me with no contempt.
Yeah.
I had a song about, I'm going to lock all you up. If all you
that was a nice song. That was a nice song. Yeah.
Nobody hold no contempt against me. I used to work in Mitchell Hotel down there. Not he was running it, his wife.
Yeah.
I used to play down there. One of my best friends who has died now, a white guy.
Frangipani people.
Yeah, named Bob Law. I used to sleep on his yacht. Man, he used to play together. And Bob told me some things. Bob was a white guy. Bob said, Patches, you know, when I was a young man, I didn't like black people, you know. Men, he used to have that kind of conversation, you know. And Mitchell never hold nothing against me. Mitchell never tried to stop me from making $1. I would go down there, give me the whole Christmas season to play, I'd make $700-800.
Yes.
You understand? But I'll still make up song and call Mitchell Nancy. I have songs that call Mitchell Nancy.
Yeah, I remember those.
Mitchell didn't call me a hater.
You and Toy, I had it too powerful Nancy song.
Yeah, so I just laugh. Who would have called me a hater? I used to say E for them.
Yeah, get back to the issue of the 23 years in opposition. Are you weary sitting in opposition?
No. Me in the opposition?
Yeah, your party.
I have an independent mind. I don't go with no ball or no hand by politician. I don't go with, I am not looking for anything personal from politics or from ULP. As you say that, Ralph Everett Gonsalves on 2 occasions hug me up and tell me how stupid to be with them comedy people. And he tell me one time, Park.
Come and join the party, man.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Me, I wouldn't call the other gentleman name, but we were in Park for the final.
Yeah.
And he said, the guy was once a member of the ULP, say, come in. Now we go on. We go on the back of the stage to hide.
Yeah.
Come out, find me.
Yeah.
Hug the two of us, two of us, and say, listen, Apache, you're a stupid man. Sing where you are. Sing on me. I have a room at the table.
Yes.
Ralph Gonsalves told me so.
I won't doubt you.
I'm telling
I won't doubt you.
But then I said, come on, no, that's not for me. That's not what I want. No room at the table. I want room at the table for everybody. You see, we are not the same. Everybody individuals. Everybody have their own desire, aims, and objectives. Some people are greedy. Some people are avaricious. Some people are dishonest. Some people are weak. Some people are strong. Okay? So when you lump me with being in opposition, I don't consider myself in opposition to what? I'm for the country. I'm a countryman. It's not about opposition. I don't feel no way.
It's about SVG and not about politics.
Yeah, let me point out a thing to you. I have a place on Bottomtown there. And Noel Jackson was planning to run against John Horn. John Horn had befriended me because when he heard I was doing certain things in Bottomtown, he sent a message to call me. He said, Patches, I want to work with you. And I used to put on little Queen show and kind of thing, talent show and all. I get Exodus to come down, I build up my place and play down there and stuff. And John sent for me and said, you want to work with me because I'm doing things in the community. Up comes a fella named Noel Jackson. Say he want to run for ULP. I'm speaking the honest truth. I say, so the way I want, He said, I want to have a meeting and I can't have it in the pig. I want to have it by you. I tell John Horn, I said, John, if anybody come and tell you Noel Jackson had a meeting by me, I'm telling John, sir, so Patch, that's what I like about you. I go and tell him, Noel had a meeting by me.
Yeah.
Noel was ULP.
Yeah.
Noel had a meeting in my place.
Yes.
When they won the first election, this band for my man, Daisley, didn't have a drum set. Who you think they got the drum set from? Me.
But he can't be the one upstairs that just show it, so he had to be your own.
Yeah, my drum set they use. That's what they had a big rally up Sharps. Who you think that Julian come and tell me what the Baba dancers? I performed for him.
Yeah.
They had the office where
But now you mentioned former Senator Julian Francis, and on our way down we were speaking about him, and like I said to you, I actually see him almost every Tuesday when he comes to pick up a very close friend of ours, and he's doing relatively well. I look at him and I say, Julian, something is working with you, and I come to a conclusion. Get ready politics, you're going to live a life.
And give his life to Christ. You
So-
tell him that part.
Yeah, but I think he's doing relatively well. But on the politics thing, you say that you don't hate Ralph. You say you don't have an obsession. What about Ralph Gonzaga you don't like?
The biasness, the unfairness.
He's biased.
Yes, plenty. Extremely biased.
No, but
Ralph Gonzaga.
People go on you qualify that bias by bias. Just,
Okay, let me give you a scenario.
uh,
I play blues, rock and roll, calypso, reggae, whatever.
mhm,
One time when they used to have Buckerman on the beach,
mhm.
okay, he tried to recruit a band that plays that kind of music.
Yeah.
And he recruited a man named Sil McIntosh, who he say Sil McIntosh, and he go way back. Sil mentioned the musicians he had. When Patches Knight's name was mentioned, he was told, I'm telling you from the horse's mouth, nah, me want them. If you in the band, me want. I'm telling you that. I am telling you that. Let he refute that.
Oh, Lord.
That's it didn't do anything to me.
I noticed patches that you probably can't see where you're sitting, but I noticed on the live they're having their own discussion there. Let me say good night to all the sports who follow us on the live. And if you want to ask a question, the number is 4579997. You can WhatsApp that, you can call that, and you will have the entertainer, Patches Nice, the roots man, the ghetto man. Where you see he's a political activist and he doesn't have an obsession with Ralph Gonsalves, and he's not in the category of the Ralph haters. So you can call and quiz him. And he said 22 years in politics
I didn't say whatever you're gonna say there.
is a long time.
I didn't say that. You saying that.
Yeah.
You're saying that. You're
So
saying that.
what we're gonna do, we just take a break, give an ad. But Patches, I have a song that I took out and I want to play for you in its entirety, because to me you are a special person, and I have a song sing by Anthony Papadas Glasgow called Be Strong. I'm going to play it before we come back live. Just, it's a tribute to you. I will tell you how I have such an admiration for you, Patrick. So we go to the ad, then go to the song, okay?
Whatever you are celebrating,
Eh?
birthdays, anniversaries, engagements, retirement, or just celebrating life, the place to be is at Basil's Bar Kingstown. Established for over 38 years, we are open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with an exquisite ambiance. We have a set menu and 3 a la carte menus to choose from, and we are flexible to all requests. We go above and beyond to serve you. Basil's Bar Kingstown, where it's more than just a meal, it's an adventure. Call for reservations at 457-2713.
It's Feedback with host Kingsley DeFreitas. This and every Tuesday night from 8 p.m. for 2 full hours, right here on WeFM 99.9. Join him as he brings different guests weekly on this informative and interactive program. It's Feedback. To be a part of the Feedback program, call us at 457-9997 or send us a WhatsApp at 457-9997. It's Feedback.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back! Leave me alone. Oh, I beg you, come off me, boy. Come on, nigga. Oh, mama, go, mama, go, mama. Watch this. You tell me stand up. You tell me be strong. Hold up your head up high. Look up in the sky. You tell me hold on. Never let go. Do the thing that is right so that you will see tomorrow. You tell me all of my head high. Brothers reaching to the sky. Tell me don't cry, my son, don't you cry. Tell me all of my head I know all of them who jealous I. Tell me be strong, conscious youth be strong. The man with the anger, he tell me be strong. The man with the anger, he tell me don't run. The man with the anger, he tell me hold on. He tell me jump on me enemies, jump on me enemies, jump on them, jump on them, jump on them until they're dead. Oh, come on, lady. Mama. He tell me to love and not to wait. Do good to them who will do bad to you. He tell me to rise up, all those who fall. Put our helping hand, let them stand on their feet as stone. Tell me don't jealous nobody. Tell me don't take no envy. Tell me do good, so that good will follow you. Tell me hold my head up high. No one let them who jealous I. Tell me stand strong as a lion. The man with the anger, he tell me be strong. The man with the anger, he tell me don't run. The man with the anger, he tell me hold on. He tell me jump on me enemies, jump on me enemies, jump on you, jump on she, jump, everybody, jump on them until they're dead. Mama. Know why I'm strong as a lion. No oppressors can't keep me down. I'm not afraid. I'm not going to run. I'm gonna stand right here and face criticism. You tell me be away from hypocrites, all of them who know my secrets. You tell me it's them, only them, who can reveal it. And if I make a little mistake, I'm not conscious.
You know, every day, Patches, when I invite you last week, I actually went into the archive to look for this particular song. And you say that the first time you heard it?
First time.
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe it went over my head.
Yeah.
It may have played and I wasn't very conscious of it.
It's a brilliant song. It was sung by Anthony Papadas Glasgow.
But that song plays a hard piece of lyrics.
So the content ain't good on to the party for the season that you champ for them, okay?
The young brother was saying, if you sing that song today, people will take out an indictment against you.
Yes.
If I Patches go and sing something, trample them till the dead, it will be in the newspaper and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patches says trample people till the dead.
So
that's what's happening. So he's right.
So
the young brother's right.
So it could be more rougher than Ring the Bell then.
Ring the Bell and have anything like in that vein.
Okay.
Ring the Bell and have nothing at all like that in the vein.
Yeah. Send your thoughts at 4579997. You can call us on the regular line, and you can also call that particular line WhatsApp where we jog in your thoughts. Kamal is going to go through the Facebook Live and see if there's anything that you want to respond to. And we appreciate those persons who and they having their own discussion. Let me say good evening to Dove Howard. Let me say good evening to Max. Max, good evening to you. And Carly from the Saturday morning program at Night Radio Fame. I know he'll follow us on a Tuesday night. It's good to know that you're following. And all the persons on the live, good to know that you're listening to.
Yeah, some famous people there.
Yeah, lots of people listen to us, and I think Kamal is going to step up on some of them. Yes, we reserve the right not to read some of them if they're too strong. So if you don't hear me comment on your commentary, it's because we think it's too strong.
All right, I'm going to try to go through them and proofread them
yes,
as I go through them,
right.
Just to make up a time. All
so,
right,
okay, right, okay. You want to proofread them while we have a discussion? I want to proofread them while we're on with the...
No, well, somebody said here, Wesley Memon says that Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, not one keep lead a soul. I guess he said not one of them led a soul to any form of liberation.
So
only those
they probably why Patches idolize them then.
It would be in reference to what he said.
Okay.
Only those leaders that are God sent from heaven, like Moses, like Gino Jennings, that can lead the people out of all oppression.
Are those people who have faced
let me just make a
Jesus?
quick response. That is a matter of that person's opinion. I don't share that opinion. That's up to them to think. They're entitled to think that way. I'm entitled to continuously sit. My idols are who I said they are. You keep your opinion, whoever you are.
Yeah.
All right. When's John Burns Young says, I at times get a hint of R&B in your Kaisos Patches.
I deliberately do it.
Must be the voice.
But we need it closer.
I work with Paper Alexander, and me and Paper have a good chemistry, and I like to infuse some of that into it because Calypso has to take a different road.
We have to
we have to do new things in it. We have to be more creative.
Good evening.
With the Calypso.
Good afternoon, Cry Baby Kingsley.
Good afternoon, Dove Howard. How are you doing, brother?
No, you know, I want to talk to you before I talk to one of my best heroes. I want to talk to you, Kingsley.
Yeah.
Now, why you insist that you must, in order for you to, I don't know what is your intention, and I can't figure it out, that you should be disrespectfully calling myself Bigger Biggs and Luther King Cry Baby. Have I ever cried to you? I mean,
you never cried to me. You never cried to me, but I heard you cry already.
You never hear me cry, man.
So why you have an obsession with Ralph Gonsalves?
Listen, let me tell you something. You have a fixation with Ralph Gonsalves, not me. I have a fixation. I have a fixation with St. Vincent the Grenadines, which I love.
Yes.
I love no political party like I love St. Vincent the Grenadines.
Yes.
A matter of fact, I don't even love some of my family like I love St. Vincent the Grenadines. That's how I am. I always been like that. And I never scratch where I don't itch. I never wavered from the love of St. Vincent the Grenadines.
Yes.
When I point at the Minister of National Security, when I point at the Minister of Seaport, Airport and Grenadines Affairs, where you got the wharf mashing up in Canawan, only one boat could pull in Union Island. All points down to the same man. But you got a problem with me pointing that out. Terry Bino don't have a problem with me pointing it out. But yes, you keep saying it. Anyway, I don't want to take up my time with that. I want to say good night to my hero, one of my heroes, one of the people I look up to in life. And I've been looking up to Patches since I was in khaki pants, going to Kingston Anglican School, my alma mater.
Mm-hmm.
Because the teachers was taking me and the class to see a woman to stand up in the hot sun, to faint, to see a white woman at the grammar school ground. And I saw two people standing up for the rights of black people in this country. Patches Knight was one of them that I saw. I ain't saying that they had no more. And it's the first time I ever see him. And I remind them of that. Many years ago, I was crossing a wood bridge. Right by where they got the radio station, they know where you go over to the river, where you go over to prep school. It was a little wood bridge there.
Yes.
We was crossing.
Yes.
My class. I was in khaki pants, short pants in Kingston Anglican School. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And from that day, I like that guy. Until I meet him in person and know him as I grow up, I travel and I know Patches. And Patches has been one of the guys who sing calypso. He sings all kind of different stuff. And he's good at every one of them. But I'm a calypso lover more than anything else. And one of the things that hurts me the most for Patches, I see Patches win Calypso King in St. Vincent 3 years in a row and they treat him. And I hear you asking him about the people who they send as assassins to assassinate people like Patches Knight and Errol Manage Rose, Abijah and others. And bringing up some man who talking and saying singing and he coming second and third and all this kind of nonsense. But Patches, good night.
Okay, dog. Yeah, man. Thanks for the big up. I said thanks for the big up, man. Thanks for the big up.
Yeah, but Patches, the other thing too is that you have to explain to the people too that you goes out to the diaspora and you still lend your support to the people in the diaspora, including me, and you do it for free just to support what we are doing for the people of St. Vincent the Grenadines, some of us in the diaspora. You got to let the people know that you continue to do not only at home, but you continue to do in the diaspora.
Yes.
You know, I'll sit back and I'll listen to the rest of the program.
Thank you, Dove. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, Doug.
Yes, yeah. 457-9997. Let me say good evening to Anta. Anta, I hear you for a while. I don't know if you're alive or not. So, well, if you've been there, somebody don't come and tell me. Good evening, Gloria. Good evening, Janet Matthews. Good to you guys are listening, and good evening to Mrs. Freddie Ballantyne. We know that you go on to your radio. Come on, you ready to go back up to the Facebook Live to see if there's anybody making any sense of what we're saying?
All right. All right. Yes. So somebody, Michael, and put it up on screen as well. Michael Roach says, "Good night, Kingsley, and pleasant good night to your guest, Patches. I would like to ask Patches, seeing that election is around the corner,
Election is around the corner.
if he is going to do a remix of
Ring the Bell?
On Ring the Bell, Comrade Ring the Bell. That's a great song.
Before Patches come in, we got to take the call.
Mr. Carter.
Or the post drop out. So Patches, somebody making a request for you to.
I have no intention of doing that, but I mean, possibility exists that could happen. But let me take this opportunity to say hello to my wife, Sharon. I'm sure she's listening to.
Oh, she went back?
Yeah, Sharon and gone back. She only
okay.
spent 4 days here, and
Okay,
she's back in New York City. I'm sure she's listening.
You have a call.
Yeah.
Max, we need you for last. Yeah, good evening.
Hi, good night. Kingsley,
Hey.
sometime ago last year, I heard the Prime Minister was boasting and rating up the investors in Canawan, right? He was boasting about our billionaires in Canawan and this other stuff, and his millionaires in Mustique. It's like basically belittling Mustique and picking up Canawan. No, you man balling out someone, no money coming from Canawan. He's like a little child, right?
You hear him
Real
crying?
childish. Yeah, he balling out no money coming from Canawan.
Okay.
And Mustique has been consistently impacting on the economy of St. Louis and the Grenadines. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a little child. When you get toy, a new toy, and you're playing the one and you forgot to show the old one. Next thing, the new toy break up and you got to go back to the old one.
Okay.
Mustique is still there, impacting. No, you bought in Canawan is generating enough money now.
Okay.
Huh?
Well, we go hear what you say next, okay? Right.
All right.
Right, thank you. Right, that's one person's opinion. We go back to the post up. You have any WhatsApp there? Yeah. Let me say good evening to my sister. Good evening, Anne-Marie. I hope that Crystal and Destiny and Marcus is doing relatively okay. I haven't heard from them for quite some time.
All right. Someone writes, a true calypsonian, he sings calypso in the true essence of the genre, regardless to who's in power.
Yeah. Sure. People follow your own patches. Eh? People don't understand your style.
Well, everybody can dislike you. That's what I sing, you know, because a lot of people encourages me. You know, Patches, I hope you come in and they genuinely want me to contribute to the Calypso.
Have you ever became Calypso Mona?
Never.
Oh.
Came three times on a straight.
Yeah, hold it.
Second.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, Kingsley, my friend. Who show my opinion in the garbage?
Last week. Hey, Max, how you doing, buddy?
I good. Patches, you're one of my heroes, my living hero.
Yes.
Well, I follow you too, and you made some sterling contribution, and I like the fact that you're very patriotic and you love your country. I follow you, Max. I follow you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I tried to turn my back on St. Vincent and the Grenadines because I'm doing well in America here financially and otherwise.
Mm.
I've tried to ignore the reality that going on in St. Vincent. I could come home, save up 1 month paycheck and come home and play I better than people. But my grandmother teach me to do unto others as they want them to unto you. If I'm a voiceless person and somebody have voice, I want them to talk on my behalf.
Yes.
If I'm in a position that I can't help myself and somebody else could help me, I would love for them to help me. Now, I want to address the Ralph hater energy.
Okay.
And I talking for myself, I can't talk for nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
Hate is a heavy load to carry on your shoulder.
Definitely.
And I do not hate nobody. I cannot hate Ralph Gonsalves. Matter of fact, I don't like most of the policies of Ralph Gonsalves, but I have utmost respect for Ralph Gonsalves. Utmost respect. You may not like him, you may not like his policies, but I have a lot of respect for him. No, the minds of Vincentians have been warped in such a way that if you criticize something, you automatically hate that thing. And I was having a dialogue with a ULP supporter.
Somebody sent a text saying this to ask you, are you an enemy of progress?
Am I an enemy of progress?
Are you?
Yes and no.
You need to qualify that.
But I'm giving you all of that. Progress could be up and progress could be down. Progress could be up. I mean, the rich man going up and the poor man going down. Let me tell you one of the progress I am against. I am against the progress that marijuana is currently taking in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That now the vagabonds who are in the hills putting St. Vincent marijuana on the map globally are not in a position today to better their families' wealth and well-being in a legal way. Meanwhile, somebody who has money is allowed to set up a recreational marijuana establishment because the licensing fees is of such that an average man cannot afford it. So that kind of progress there, I am against that. Answer your question?
Yeah, answer. Well, I'll tell you something.
No.
I'll tell you something before you go on. I went to a particular resort and I actually saw the sign, recreational cannabis for sale. I actually go and touch the sign to see if it's a real sign.
Here in St. Vincent?
Here in St. Vincent, I'm going to tell you what half here. I said, Lord of mercy, this is real?
Brother, you see what I'm talking about? Remember when they did bring any man with the white cloak and tell how he a professional marijuana man and how we find out him and it's just somebody who did on the internet and a show up. Remember that when he come and like people?
The man could even cook.
You see what I'm saying? So these are that is not, people tell all of them it's progress on paper, but in reality those are counterproductive. Our Vincentian vagabonds, for lack of a better description, that's what they've been calling them. Our Vincentian vagabonds should be making a proper living off of the marijuana because the man put marijuana upon the map. Strain hunters from Amsterdam, who is the king of marijuana, came to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and did a special on YouTube about our marijuana. It's just that one of them happened to pass away before the thing they manifest. So to say somebody is against progress, no, I'm not against progress.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm against progress when it's not everybody progressing. When one set of people is eating food and them the plate done full, and the other set of people who need the food is put in a position that they can't even enter the entry level in the business endeavors. That is the thing I'm against. No. Progress as far as tourism is concerned. I like the fact that Sandals is there, but I am against the fact that how Sandals is going to come and exploit St. Vincent and the Grenadines to their advantage.
I can't let it get away. I think that is a strong word. Why you have the impression that Sandals is going to exploit Vincent? Sandals is about making money, and if we have the quality produce here, is that exploitation?
Brother, capitalism is a nice way to dress up exploitation. So we could say it how we want to say it. If we're in a business and I'm making $100 and I'm paying you $5, but you think you're worth $2, to me that exploitation.
That's your interpretation and understanding of this, but I don't agree with you because let me tell you something. Regards to where your society is sitting on, Sandals' investment in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is going to bear fruit. I am not involved. I'm not involved directly, but I get some spill off on the side to get my taxis to go to Sandals' side.
Brother, earlier in the Sandals movie, before Sandals acquire Shakaland, I say Sandals is a great thing for St. Vincent and the Grenadines because Sandals are going to market St. Vincent in a way that St. Vincent was never marketed before.
That's a plus.
And they spill off from Sandals because everybody who sees a Sandals commercial would not be able to afford a Sandals vacation, but they would want to come to see St. Vincent. So that is an absolute great thing for St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Definitely.
But when they come and tell Vincentian people Sanders gonna buy directly from this, directly from that, meanwhile Rainforest is setting up the brother of Sanders' own honor.
Yeah,
Setting up
but Max, I know you're going with that discussion. The Prime Minister made a presentation where he said that fisher folks and people sell their fish to the agency in Calico and they were sent to Sanders. You think it befitting that Sanders will meet every individual fisherman and farmers and go buy from them? You think that is what happened by reality? No.
Kingsley, I know that was not the reality when he told them early in the movie that he was gonna buy from the fishermen. Remember before that statement the Prime Minister made, he made a statement back in the day and say Sanders is gonna buy from the fisher folk and we're gonna need this 1,000 pounds of this and that 1,000 pounds of that and we're gonna buy from the fisher folk. He never mentioned that nothing about Rainforest back in the day. Or no aggregator or whatever he said back in the day. But if you study Sanders, these things are common knowledge on a Kings. If you study Sanders and how Sanders operate, I was one of the persons who say that is not going to happen. Sanders not going to buy from all you. People say, but you know, want no progress in the country. I say, if all you listen to me to understand what I'm saying versus listen to me to respond, you would listen to, and we go have a reasoning.
Yes.
Because that statement that the Prime Minister made back in the day gave a lot of fisher folk false hope that they could go pull up a Sanders with a open back pickup truck in a hand, like them a sell fish roadside.
That ain't happening at all, I tell you that.
That cannot happen. How you gonna have somebody paying $7,000 a week and have somebody pull up at your gate with fish?
Yes.
In a gunslinger and short pants.
Yes.
But that was the impression people had. And when I tried to tell all you, yo, it's not how it gonna work, people cuss me, say me no want no progress. Only thing I want to do for my people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is open the eye and see how school keeping, so they could make educated guess based off all the facts, because based off the statement that the Prime Minister made back in the day, fisherman done ready, boy, I go up a book comment and I go sell our fish. No, that's not how it operates. As a matter of fact, the people them never want to guess at them, see the fish at them until the fish don't cook.
Yes.
They never want them see the pineapple until the pineapple don't peel. Because it's a level of standards that these hotels have to maintain.
Yes, definitely.
When they come and say Sanders gonna do this and Sanders gonna do that, no, let me talk about another progress that I would have loved to see. I would have loved to see jet skis legal before it's gonna be legal next month. That have Vincentian like Kingsley or Patches could have bring in 2 jet ski and rent them out. Because he youth man who frustrated could have go on a jet ski and take a little ride and easy brain, easy stress. And he not go have to go and pick up arms and do any kind of trippiness. I'm not saying that is gonna prevent crime. But when people have a little things to do, it don't know idle hand is our.
They will find work
Okay,
for
then.
idle hands. Yes.
Okay then, so why them go allow Sanders of them to have jet ski? We white people of them could have recreation. People now.
If for some reason jet ski is given permission to operate, it will be in a particular area. They will zone the area and they will have some site regulation and which beach and how they should use them. So
jet ski absolutely have to have tight regulation, because remember jet ski have no brakes on.
Mm-hmm.
When you come off of the track up on a jet ski, still go pie it go on.
Yeah, you have to jump out.
So we have to be very careful with it, because you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things, but I am absolutely ecstatic with the marketing Sanders is doing for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I think I mentioned on this program before, where I work for the United States government, some people are Sanders preferred customer. And everybody in the building know me have Vinci because me have Vinci.
Yes.
And me brawling out here with it. Just like how me a call the radio station, me a prattler now. And me come from St. Vincent, and they cannot wait to come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines based off the marketing that Sanders have done thus far.
Yes.
So what are we doing? What are we doing to embrace?
I agree with you. We get some significant spill off in terms of the advertisement, but we have to put things in place to benefit throughout the length and breadth of St. Vincent and Grenadines from that investment.
We have to put things in place, but also Kingsley, we as Vincent have to take care of the thing of them that's in place, son.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the government are put things in place and people are willfully destroy them.
Yeah. Vandalism is true.
Look, I went up to Fort Duvernay behind Young Island. Even though it's a condemned thing, because after the volcano up and the earthquake happened, some of the things them collapse and it's go at your own risk. If you mount a trash that up there,
Yeah.
I made a video on my Facebook post. I say, seriously, this is what we're doing in 2023.
Yes.
This was 2023 last year.
Yes.
But like I said, I'm not against progress. I don't hate Ralph Gonsalves, but the policies and the enforcement of the policies is what I'm against, because ULP is a very, very, very good political party on paper. But to implement some of those things that they talk about, they're lacking. And then also people lower than the Prime Minister and the executives or whatever the case may be. Some of these party lawyers who they have in key positions don't even know nothing. There is a bad problem. There is a problem in Louisiana. People just hire people just because they're labor.
All right.
And they can't even properly, like a couple of times I call a couple of things and a couple agencies will say, well, no, well, you have to call this one. This is you. Do you have a number? Oh, well, we don't have a directory. How do you not have a directory of all the government agencies in St. Vincent?
Yes.
But you're telling me I have to call this one, but you don't have a number.
Yes.
We got a lot of work to do, man. We absolutely have a lot of work to do. But like I said, I'm not a Ralph hater. I respect Ralph, but I hate the policies that they're pushing. And I hate the fact that they're not pushing other policies that's going to make St. Vincent a better place. Just like the age of consent. They need to up that.
Definitely. All right. Yeah. Thanks for calling, man.
Another topic for another day.
Yes,
brother.
All right. 45799. Go ahead, Patrick.
A little bit, and you said something just now. I don't think you're aware of the fact that the president of the Fishermen's Corporation is an articulate, enterprise, and an intelligent young man.
I listened to him the other night.
And he made the point. He made the point that contrary to what you're saying, the fishermen selling £1 here and £2, he made the point that the authorities at the fishing market usually buy fish from them at a higher price than the vendors. And they figure that these people should have been the people who were given the preference so that all the fishermen and them could have sold the fish to these people.
Okay.
They should have been the intermediary. So it's not about the guys that may and organize.
Yes.
Mr. Harry, Winsbert Harry, knows exactly what time of day it is. He's an actual, practical, real-life fisherman.
Yes.
And he knows what he's talking about, and his point is well taken, because he said the fish could have been sold to the people at the authorities, and the middleman, who is the rainforest people, did not necessarily have to be the ones to sell the fish to.
Good evening.
Good evening to you and your guests.
Good evening, Queens. Good evening, Queens.
What's up?
Everything all right?
Yeah. Patches.
Yeah, I want to thank you. The president made a point that he met you in Trinidad. And you made a contribution.
Yeah, last Tuesday evening in Port-au-Spain, Trinidad, I met him and made a contribution to him.
That's a good gesture.
We appreciate that. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, Patches, do you think it was a good idea for NDP to bring back Bernard Wiley after 22 years?
I could answer that for you.
You think that was a good idea?
Don't put Patches on his spot. I could answer that.
No, I wouldn't be on the spot because
that's a negative.
The party has its own policy. I don't make policy for the party. If the hierarchy of the party decide they want to put Bernard Wiley, regardless if I'm a supporter of the party or a member of the party, I cannot change that. The party has an executive and they do what the executive decides to do. But I understand your points. I'm not going to go in there. So Kingsley, like you say, you want to answer, you could answer, but
no, I don't answer him. I take that backward move. Yeah.
And Jomo have a song he always play on the radio. Man in the Mirror.
Yes.
From Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Do you think NDP has any blame should go on the NDP for them being their 23 years in the opposition?
Patches, this is a good
I
question for you
mean,
to
if
answer.
NDP should take the blame for the ULP being in office for 23
Any
plus
blame, because
Any-
sometimes we
yeah.
might make choices that we no, if we know better in the future,
That-
we may not have made those choices. And when we reflect,
holding the
When we
New
reflect all the
Democratic
23 years.
Party responsible for the ULP being in office for 22, that's not logical. What could they do? The,
if they made some mistakes that cost them
well,
to be in
perhaps-
the opposition for 23 years, I'm not talking.
But the incumbent, which is the ULP, they have the machinery of the government, and they're the ones who appoint people, even in the electoral office, although we need electoral reform, and that is something they should be pushing for. The New Democratic Party cannot be blamed for being in opposition. They have done all they could. They have spoken about certain things in the society that should be changed, and nobody is going to make people like me believe that the New Democratic Party is responsible for anything that is going on in the country. They are not in the reins or holding the reins of government. The ULP is primarily and fundamentally responsible. If things go wrong, things go right, they take the credit. If it go wrong, they must take that responsibility. The NDP is responsible for what's happening in the country. They ain't responsible.
So you don't think they made any mistakes?
Of course they
along
made
the way in their
mistakes.
policies or way of
I
it?
agree. I wouldn't go into detail. They make
And that might have
mistakes.
contributed to them being there.
Who is perfect? A soccer player makes mistake. A cricketer make
No,
mistakes.
no, I agree with you. I agree with you. Last election, the reflection of the people spoke that they wanted Courtney Silver, the rank and file of the NDP said they wanted Bernard Wiley, and that was a no.
So you think that was a mistake?
That's a mistake.
Well, the hierarchy of the party did not see it as such.
Okay. Anything else you want to ask Patches Queens?
All right, I'm gonna leave that there for now. If I have anything else back to remember, I
Yeah.
might call back.
Okay.
All right,
Bye.
historian.
All right, yeah. I'm hoping
Okay,
that my
bye-bye.
friend will call tonight. Beck with me. I wonder if he's in England or if he's here. I saw his wife at the airport yesterday, so I think he's home. So give us a call at 45-799-97
You know,
or 45
Kingsley,
799-97.
pride and dignity is important to some people because when people are thinking in terms of people struggling to make a better life for themselves and the people around them and trying to do it as selflessly as possible, it simply means that these people have a certain amount of pride. Like me, I'm a conscious Black person, and I understand certain things that happened in the past and that certain
Put
things
your
that-
thoughts on hold, eh? Put your thoughts
Yeah.
on hold. Good evening.
Kingsley,
Hey.
listen. My name is Doc Howard again.
Yeah, Doc, yeah.
And why do people think that they have to go on every radio station, like the man who just called,
Yeah, my friend Queen.
and ask the same question to everybody who he thinks supporting the New Democratic Party? I was on Boom when I come here in December.
Mhm.
He called and asked me the exact question, the exact way he asked Patches tonight. Now, I don't speak for the NDP, never will, never did, and never will. I speak for me, Dog, and the St. Vincent Grendy. Patches is a supporter of the New Democratic Party. I know that.
Big time, big time.
And I am a supporter of the New Democratic Party. But I don't make no policies and no rules and no regulations for the New Democratic Party. I never sit in I don't even know the executive office and the executive meeting hall, and I have no interest in knowing. But these idiots come and ask these questions all the time.
No, I don't think.
On
Strong
every
word,
radio
dog. Strong word.
I don't think he's an
But
idiot.
it's true.
I think he got under your skin, and that is why you could refer to it. And I applaud him for bringing it out. Yes, you could call him idiot till you're weak. He get under your skin.
Can't get under my skin, bro. You can't get under my skin because I got a special cream for them.
Mm. Okay, well, you can't say we cut you off your job out tonight yourself. Come on, go back up there, and see what's happening up there. Persons up there on the live. Dove, we ain't cut you off of there. You probably run out of credit. Oh, only idiots run out of credit. So yeah.
Let me just allow that to step.
You have to fry with your own fat. Wow. That's
I think we have a WhatsApp here, right?
Okay.
And
that
says,
big
good night, Kingsley. Great program so far, but I think the caller from New York don't understand the PM statement about Sanders will be buying fish and other products directly from individuals. You and I both know things don't work that way in the tourism industry. Thank you for your patience
to Max.
and
We have a
understanding.
caller.
Let's take a caller.
Good evening.
Kingsley,
Hey.
I didn't run out of credit, man. I got a premium plan. Have a good night.
Yes, okay then. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah.
All right. We also have someone up here on the WhatsApp. I think I can merge these two comments. The post writes, Bookament is not Sanders' first location. Bookament is not Sanders' first location. It's not rocket science. Look at their business model regionally, and you'll see exactly what will be in place at the Bookament location.
Yes. But I agree that the one that we refer to this is Sanders Beaches. Bookama is just the name of the particular area where would you find that investment? Anything else up there you want to jump into, or you just ignore all of them? While they having their own little discussion up there, we can comment on everything some of them will say because they're not really language. So we just glad that you're up there having your own discussion, and it's good to see that the democracy is alive.
Anyways,
where you having your discussion.
I could take you off tangent where somebody says Hero by Patches is one of the most patriotic songs I've ever heard.
Well, I tell you something, for some people, for all their own consumption, I have every single one of Patches song, okay? You hear Dove and Maxi Watts, Patches of them be hero, Patches of them be fly by night hero. I've been following Patches since Patches exists. If you don't want stickers, get for Patches songs on them, I tell you the one with the white fall or something else. Good evening to Cecil Ryan of the ECH hand fame. Cecil, I got to know that you put the white fall on Patches stage tonight, boy. You'll hear you next week Sunday on the ECH hand with that. Revelation coming out on the Tuesday night program, which is being currently sponsored by Basil's Bar. My guest tonight is Patches Night's King. Yeah, he's a king by himself, yeah? Yeah, and calling to Miss Jack, who just met you, as you say, you have the best voice, whether you're speaking, whether you're singing, or whether you're reciting. You have a, wait, the poetry voice you have, or we have a call a Patches Night's voice.
I got my own voice.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Good evening. Good evening, Patsy.
I have to call out my name. So
because I know your name.
Well, leave it alone. Anyway, I just listening to the program.
I appreciate that.
I didn't hear where it start, but it's a wonderful program because of what?
Yes.
I didn't hear much about the idea, but to me, you know, I encourage him to do whatever he is doing.
Yes.
My point quickly, I want to say, I myself, when I speak, I'm not a gift. And as the guy said before, from morning, growing up, I have a love for Gonzalo.
Oh, you do?
Of course.
You surprised me? I thought.
I surprise you. No, I don't surprise you. You surprise yourself. Because when I love somebody, I love them.
Okay, all right, that's
because
good.
Of who they are. That I am a Vincentian, and I am a Kingston woman, and I don't love people because what they can give me.
Okay.
We love because we love you.
Yes.
My point, that is what you do, is what is the problem.
Okay.
And my point I know in life, that if you love somebody and doing things that is not right, we should be able to say that is not right with love and also, if even though you do good, you praise somebody up. Not praise them, because I want somebody to praise this God. You lift them up, encourage them, keep the good works up. Right? And this is the problem in St. Vincent, that when I love you, I praise you, even you're good, or even you're bad. When I don't love you, even though I do good, I despise you.
Yeah, Dr. Beckett Cyrus been saying a song, Hezekiah make one mistake, man, they chastise Hezekiah till they can't find out it today.
And the police don't know.
Yes.
If you really love me, and I do when wrong, I should be able to encourage you to tell you you're wrong. And I love you still. Change your course.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
My other point I want to say that I despise the hotel standards that come here. So let me get clear. My policy, my problem is to setting to Vincentia that what's going to happen and never going to happen from the beginning. Right?
Yes.
That's my problem, because hotel is a place where people bringing in tourists and help out in certain area. But it's how you do things is a problem. How you go about things is a problem. In national likewise, especially in the Caribbean, that hotels have a standard. I will be brief with it. Hotels have a standard in everything that they do. Standard when they're doing the brochure. Like I work in hotel for about 30-something years.
Yes.
With Branson, with Little Dicks, with those millionaire hotels, 5-star, multi-10-star, which is facts. I even clean the room where you sleep into. So I could tell you, talk with facts. But the point, so I don't put out the point so that people know what I talk is what I was into. Right? But the point quickly, let me come quick. The point I want to bring forward, that they have a standard in food, in project, in cream, in this, in that, for the guests, when they contribute.
Yes.
When in hotels, they have a standard in the meat kind, in the vegetable kind, and all that.
Yes.
And they does have to meet to the standard. I don't know how much standard is going to charge at night, but I know in those hotels, it's like 40 or 30 or 25 a night come down. And must be more than that, $1,000 a night. Okay?
Yes.
So that does make money. I believe here in St. Vincent quickly, when you, per night, if they say $15,000 a night, it will not be EC, it's US when they are advertising, wherever you go. Okay?
Okay.
So the point to say that for the fisheries, for the food, they have to come to the standard of the food in the hotel.
Yes, quality will be the watchword.
The quality everything is very important. At St. Vincent, they have the stuff ready with this order. If they have 5 hotels, 6 hotels in different countries, they have their stuff where they will to produce for them.
Yes.
And so therefore when they open a hotel, that would be included too. The stuff always come in trailers, cheese, everything, stuff wherever they want. Especially, I know at the time, I used to work at the airport. I even before I used to work at the airport, because we used to have to collect them when they come to the hotel. coming from overseas, meat, everything, package come from overseas, box and box and so on, every day. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay. All right.
So the point in my closing that I have is to tell Vincentian from the beginning, this will happen when it wasn't going to happen. And we need to be honest. Stop playing with our mind. Set us up. Build up our hope. And when time comes, there's no hope.
Okay.
Right? So I'm not against. But let us be true. Okay. And what I want to say, look nearby Grenada. We will get money and we will have work. Let me tell you something. The money, you can find out that Kingsley, the money that he paying the workers here, nearby Grenada, I find out that right down there from the hotel, from I'm gonna say, down there getting higher pay for maid come right down than Vincentian. Let us stop, keep us poor, and let the rich get richer. Have a good night.
Okay, the views expressed there are not those of the management and staff of PFM, but that's person's opinion. You going back up there? So 4579997, that's the number. Oh, back with mate. Good to know that you're back home. 4579997 is the WhatsApp number. You can call it and send your WhatsApp at that particular one. You see one up there you like Kamal? Oh, they have very strong language. Oh, okay. Leave them right there. And get me in trouble here. Yeah. Patrick, there's a question coming in for you. The person say, being in opposition could be quite frustrating. And they say that while Gonsalve is Prime Minister, Dr. Friday is his apprentice because Friday is trying to get Dr. Gonsalve's job. Do you think that Friday is ready for Prime Ministership?
What if the question is about Dr. Friday? So be it, but frustrated because the New Democratic Party is in opposition and I support them. That is no frustration for me. Dr. Friday, for me, need to get the opportunity, the privilege, and the chance to see what he can do. When I look around the entire country and I see all those young people on every street corner with nothing, let me repeat that, with nothing meaningful to do. If you care about people, it hurts because all these young men and young women, for me, could be given something to do in terms of teaching them a skill, opening skill centers for them, because we have a whole saying, the devil find work for idle hands to do.
Yes.
And those are some of the problems. There are millions and millions of dollars that is being spent in this country for things that we don't have no idea what the money is being spent for and on. There's money spent on projects that we ain't getting no account for. Okay, I'm hearing something about this, the place down the Bookament Road. I don't want to sound like I'm attacking no Bookament, but I'm just being realistic. I live in the bottom town, Rose Place.
Well, I heard Jomo Thomas last night making a hue and cry, sounded bigger bigs about the $3 million that they've been spending to fix the road. When I used to go down, I thought the road was a part of the Sandal project, but I never knew that the government had to build a road. So I don't know if we should support the government building the road or we should have allowed Bukama to build that road. But based on what Jomo is saying,
don't you think as a driver, as the owner of a vehicle, don't you think that priority should be given to us as citizens for our comfort, for economic reasons? Because you know you're driving your shocks, your tires, your whole vehicle has to run on these roads. I have a little old piece of how let's call it
jalopy,
and you call it a rhythm section because the noise it makes. Now the point here is
Never
Kingsley,
call.
nothing against Bokama. If you dig what I'm saying, Bokama come here to make money. That's what
Yeah.
they're here for.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Caller, you could call back 45799.
But there are roads
97.
that need, and not just roads, like I say about the young people. You could find meaningful things for young people to do. Set up things that they could learn to develop a skill so they could make a couple of dollars. And the lady pointed out something there about payments. Kingsley, payment have to be encouraging $40 a day, $45 a whole day.
Good evening.
Good evening, Kingsley.
Good evening, sir.
I think when a member of the ULP said that agriculture is a thing of the past, that was a big mistake.
Are you
And I wonder,
a ULP member said that?
yeah.
I can't recall who ULP member said that.
And what about the election case? Will someone answer expeditiously? And then NDP bought the confidence and they throw it in the confidence. So that is really bad thing for this country.
Okay.
But I think I'll explain that you know, but anyhow, have a good night.
Thanks for calling. Yes, okay. We can't remember who the parliamentarian say that agriculture is a thing
I
of
was
the past.
beaten all over the place for years now, Kingsley. Come on.
Can't remember that.
You just get that conveniently sometimes.
I'm a European man. What's up, coming here?
You're a trap, Kingsley.
Yeah. So somebody saying, what's up, man? What do you say?
They were just saying how long was Graf in opposition before he won his seat?
Long time. Graf is the gunfather of opposition. Graf have a time people like Fitzjones and all them who up to the country. We have a caller. We go to the caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Mr. DeFreitas, Kingsley.
Yeah, good evening.
Captain here.
I recognize your voice, Captain. Go ahead and listen.
Okay. Yeah, I heard you talking something just now about if we think that it's a Friday. Something.
Yeah.
In the opposition too long.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you a question though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's time for the ULP to go?
As an NDP supporter, yes.
No, as a patriot.
No, you ask my question, you can't tell me how to answer it. As an NDP supporter, I think it's time for Ralph Gonsalves to go.
Okay. I don't have you. I don't have.
You don't have to have me as a NDP supporter because you think that I must be a Friday worshiper like you, but I can't be like
No,
you.
it isn't that, but you need to stay. You need to be loyal. I mean, you have to
So because when Gonsalves do something good, like the airport that you're making all the money from, I see why the bank treated them yesterday. You don't think that's a good project for St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
Okay, you're setting up as a target now then.
I said to you, put a target, did you call me? I didn't beg you to call.
If you say you see by the bank treat them yesterday, I mean you want people to look at me then.
Where you been with your money I put in?
You said no, it's time for them to go, so I don't know why you're pretending like it.
Well,
it's all well.
I'm not pretending. I just know what time it is, where I am, and how should I say things. Okay.
Okay. Patrick.
I know your voice. I know who it is. How you doing? I know who you are.
All right. Father.
All right, Captain. Thanks for calling. I hope I'm gonna hear from my friend, Mr. Fred Stay. Yeah, that person was trying to come in.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Captain. Hey, we have a caller. Good evening.
Yes, Kingsley.
How are you?
Good night, man.
Good night, sir.
Patches.
Hey, how are you?
How are you? Give me a chance to drive your jalopy.
Oh, it's jalopy on the Scarlet?
Yeah.
Oh, so when you have an old car, it's a jalopy?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you give me a chance to drive your vehicle?
You mean mine on? I don't. Oh, Patches.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Why?
Yes.
Why?
Because you think that Friday should get a chance. I want you give me a chance to drive your vehicle.
I don't know what the point is. Not just Friday get a chance. I'm talking about the country get a chance. It's bigger than Friday.
Oh,
It's bigger than
okay,
Friday.
right, good.
Country need a breath of
Okay,
fresh
right,
air.
good. Right, good. Well, in my opinion,
Mhm.
okay,
Yes.
this is a country that we had to run,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And we had to be skeptical in who would run our country.
When you say we,
You understand
I
me?
don't know you running anything. When you say we, I ain't running
Kingsley.
anything either.
Yeah.
Kingsley, oi,
Oi.
what me? You know the opposition would come and tell you no, that hey, in the NDP days, was in the glory days, banana was in the glory days.
Yes.
And it was.
You understand?
Yes.
Do you know that that same international airport that we needed so very much would have been plenty cheaper in the glory days today?
Yes, but Sir James didn't lack the vision.
Okay. Why didn't they build it?
Because they were waiting on the airport Messiah Ralph Gonsalves to take the MMM report.
No.
And build the
You
airport.
think we here where they get tricked? Here where they get tricked.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Michi was saying, the kitchen, guys.
Yeah.
And the same comrade say no. Right?
Yeah.
And when the comrade get in power now, the comrade say, hey, no man, it's like a father in a home. Hey, me daddy, and me not go allow no children to tell me what to do. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
I have this vision. Look, it thing can be done. Here your position, hey, you can't done. And they run down. These are their problem. Patches,
If
with
you're
you.
referring to Gonsalves as father, he's no father for me. He's not a good father figure.
Okay, all
Not a
right.
good father
Maybe
figure.
to you.
For me, exactly.
Patches,
Exactly.
with you. Patches with you. You understand me? You see, you are helping the NDP to lose.
Is that so?
Because you see, yes, here we are Kingsley. You understand? He see, instead of he encourage people to come, he go call them now, yard boy, master toy.
It have more that
And I
to come.
say, yard boy, master toy, you are good.
It have more to come. If you have pride and
Come on, man.
dignity, you would understand what I'm
making
saying. That went over your
You're
head.
making
You
joke.
don't understand what it's all about now. You're talking about things you don't know. You don't know. I'm convinced you don't know.
Yes.
Kingsley, you catch me?
Yes, man. I catch you loud and clear.
Man, you're making joke, man.
Yes, man.
Encourage me, man. Tell me things, let me come over.
Okay. So,
But when you come tell me about yard boy and master toy, okay, let me be yard boy and the master toy. Because, hey, listen to me. Listen to me.
like that.
Victory is not what you come in here and say. Victory is when me going behind in the police station, the man.
Yes.
Victory is when me get a piece of paper in my hand.
Okay.
You understand me?
So the yard boy got under your skin, eh?
Yeah.
And I call Mitchell Nancy already. So what you saying that don't make no sense at all to me? Because I support New Democratic Party and I sing on Mitchell and call him Nancy. So who is Gonsalves for me to sing on? You got it wrong, man. You got it wrong.
We are one, eh?
Okay,
You got
buddy.
it wrong.
You hear me?
Yes, man.
We are
Thanks.
one.
And thanks for calling, okay?
And in order to build this country, you need you, you need me,
And the yard boy.
you need ULP, you need NDP,
Mm-hmm.
you need everybody.
Okay.
We have to build this country, man.
Okay, man. Thanks, man. All right. 60 minutes on to 10. Get your thoughts in. We leave you at 5 minutes too. I have an appointment at 10:30 with my bed. Yeah.
But the irony of that is that what the guy is saying,
You know,
it's not happening.
The yard boy will be bad in the boy.
Yeah, it's not happening. People are being left in the cold and people are being shut out, and the country is going around and around in a circle with one set of people getting the berries. And so what he's saying is not relevant. It's not true.
So
People are locked out and pushed out and kept out.
So
that's not true.
there are berries out there, but some people are getting some.
No, deliberately.
Okay.
Deliberately.
All right, we have a question here for Patches. It says, what do you think about the increase in the number of university graduate teachers in our primary schools from 4 in 2001 to over 500 in 2024.
Well, bro, I'm so happy for that because I was in a discussion this afternoon. Grenada, Dominica, St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Guyana, all the way up to the Bahamas. All of them have been improving. I hear the boasting about how much cell phone and how much cars we have. All the nations around.
Your son came and listened to Step In.
Eh?
Yeah, I was boasting about how much cars and how much cell phone.
Yeah, the joke, it happened. I go on the internet and see the amount of scholarships that is given out in Grenada. And so what them questions ain't relevant. To me, they're smart and they're sensible with them questions. This is how it is. All country. If the NDP was in office, a whole lot of things that is happening today would have happened and probably better. So it's nothing special. When they had the program, Mr. Gonsalves gave the impression that he and Fidel was so almost buddies, that St. Vincent was exclusive. They alone was getting it. All up to Guyana. People were going to Cuba. So you can't come with that. Cell phones is prevalent all over the Caribbean. Plenty cars, plenty scholarships. So there's nothing special about graduate teachers. Graduate teachers in Grenada is the same. It's increased.
So you don't hear your friends stepping saying that so often now, eh? Yeah.
Not just him. I hear Francis and all them say that I'm Gonsalves and them say the same thing.
Never call.
I hear them saying that. That's
Good evening.
nonsense.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Yeah, very lively program there.
Yeah.
Just want to make a point, small point.
Yes.
Now, we're talking about carpets, etc. But we had the agricultural sector being fitly prosperous. They were paying they were educating their children, you know, and they didn't have to go begging. Another thing too, this regime promised in 2001 that they were going to rehabilitate the industry.
But let me ask you something now. Mr. Providence, I wanna ask you this question.
Tell me.
Which part of the agriculture sector that you would like to see the government pay more attention to? Because I get the impression from people who support the NDP that banana is agriculture and our root is agriculture. So tell me which sector you think the government should pay some attention to.
Tell me which sector. The agriculture sector, we are planting potatoes, peas, corn, edos, dasheen, cassava, which is a beautiful crop because it's a safe crop. When the wind blows, you don't have to worry, and we could add value and increase the shelf life. Sardine went all around the world and came back still good.
Yes.
You catch what I'm saying? We could make our roots, we could make cassava starch, which years ago the Clark people used to do it and send to Trinidad for the garment industry, you know. Our root starch.
Okay, yeah.
And two, and it is distinctly so that the folks were not fair to the people. They promised they're going to fix the road, and up to now, the roads have not yet been fixed. Why is that so?
So you think some of the roads that the government is neglecting is creating a negative impact on the agriculture industry?
Yes, I could so from right. Yes. Now I used to hear this in the 80s. I used to go to Palmyra in a little 600 Fiat. Imagine that.
Yes.
Go to my people's land, park the vehicle by the side of the road, walk down into the field, take cocoa, bring it, put it in that same little vehicle, and carry it to Chumoka and to be processed.
Yeah.
Now a fella has a truck operating it, and he can't go there. So that tells you, and this is generally what is happening throughout the roads have been neglected, and the farmers can. Okay, now we're talking about how young people want to work land. How young people going to want to work land when they can't get there? You have three. Imagine you have 6 youngsters going to school. Good?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, of course you hear me.
6 youngsters going to school in town, and they graduate. You have 3 of them from farming families. They like the farm. 3 other 3 want to get into business, insurance, etc. So after they have graduated in the respective fields, those who are interested in the business, insurance, etc., can drive to town in motor car, in air conditioner office. But you are saying the other three of the farming community must walk 3 miles to the walk back and then exit. No, it's not fair. We are an agricultural country. The British built up themselves from our land. Say, how come?
Well, I agree with you that the neglect is evident, that more needs to be done to make sure that farmers have access to their lands. And if it's what it is, I hope that the Ministry of Works and Transport and the combined effort from the Minister of Agriculture.
No, it is too late now to expect them to do any better. You understand? We have given up. The people have given up, and that's the problem, you know.
So it's too late now? Tell us what is the solution then, if it's too late.
Well, they have to get down here to fix the roads.
Okay.
They've not been financing the road repair because they say agriculture dead.
I thought you tell me
you understand?
The solution. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, Mr. Providence, I enjoyed chatting with you.
Thank you very much for listening.
Yes, okay. All right. Patches, it's 7 minutes for us to wrap up. I want to text you, Kingsley, you know, like, well, you want to hear somebody, I say, yes, I have an encyclopedia brain. When I hear your voice one time, I show Mr. Providence in the realize I recognize his voice. But you are, whatever you take, no, I ain't taking no more call. Let down with that. Every time I decide I'll find a call, somebody else call, I mess up here. Patches, thank you.
Kingsley, there's a bit on the agricultural thing. In South Central Windward, Israel Bruce, who is the representative of the Union Party, I hear you saying something that is not so.
Okay.
He spoke about animal husbandry, development of that.
Yeah, he spoke about it. He was on my program.
But why are you saying banana and why did you help keep pushing? He talk about 10 years, Edos, planting, Mr. Friday. Continuously talk about agriculture in general, and somebody tried to hold him over the coals with banana exclusively. And Mr. Friday said, "What nonsense you talk? We can't have no one crop system." So the NDP is far advancing the thinking in terms of the development of agriculture. No one crop. It's a variety of crop that we were accustomed to producing in the agriculture sector. So it's not just banana. And Mr. Providence made the point. When the wind blow, when we have hurricanes and things, because we're in the hurricane zone, we don't have to worry about Tanya, Edo.
Strong food.
We don't. So that's my stuff. And don't misquote and don't say things that is not true. The New Democratic Party has great thinkers in there.
Yeah. Patches, you know, it's a pleasure sitting down with you. And I like Dove say, you are one of his living heroes, and Max said that you are one of his heroes. Well, if you don't know, you know I have a great admiration for you. I have every single one of your songs and thumb drive. How I get them, you don't ask me that. You don't have a copywriter, they can sue me. Thank God for NBC Radio. They really
and I had to pay them to get my own music.
Well, here what happened. You know, long-term days, Patches, when you hear a song playing on the radio, what do you think you used to do? You used to get a big old-time tape and a cassette and plug them and play them. Now you could get them play and you could put them on the computer and clean them up on the song as crisp as possible. And that's like that. So, any final thing you want to say?
Well, Kingsley, like I say, it's good that you invited me here, and the program was very lively and enlightening.
Definitely.
And the brother who's reading the stuff that is coming in through via the media there, I mean, he didn't read everything he saw, but like I told you guys, once it's nothing to get Jews and Willis Station in trouble. If they want to attack me and say any manner of thing, my back is like a duck. I'm no crook, I'm no criminal, I have no intention. What the heck you going to tell me? You can't upset me.
Like you're saying, Patrick, you probably can't see it, but me and Kamala go see it. They having their own little discussion up there and they're using all kind of language to beat into you, but that's their thing.
Waste of time.
But before we go, I'm going to make sure that I line up this particular song. With Papa Das, because Patrick said it been around, but he never
really heard it. I never paid real attention.
So we're going to play that last song and we're going to go straight into the automated version until 6 a.m. So activated morning tomorrow. Stay tuned to WFM. We're going to see how next week. We're gone.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He's